Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shilpi Bidani. I am a plastic surgeon at SB Aesthetics, Gurugram, India. The name of my YouTube channel is SB Aesthetics, and thank you for liking our channel, subscribing to it, and liking and sharing our videos so widely. It keeps us encouraged and motivated to make more such videos for your information. We make various videos on the information about plastic surgery and various skin procedures. We have covered various lasers in our videos, a lot of plastic surgery procedures, as well as informative videos. So do like, share, and subscribe. Today's video is about breast implant versus fat grafting for the breast. Now, as fat grafting becomes more and more popular, of course, it comes in the obvious choices for many women seeking enlargement in the size of the breasts. And they come to me seeking information about which one is better, whether I should go for implants or I should go for fat, whether this will be longer lasting, which is better, and which will have less impact on our health. So there are various questions running in the mind of the patients when they come to me. And of course, as with all my consultations, I always take time to explain the various procedures, the various options, their pros and cons. So this is the video in which we will talk in detail about breast implants and fat grafting as an option for enlargement of the breasts. I've made videos on breast implants, how it looks like, and where is it placed, what is the procedure that you can expect, what is the downtime. So, going through it again, breast implants are basically silicone implants. They are silicone gel filled or saline filled. The most popular implants are silicone gel implants, and they are placed in the under the breast tissue or under the muscle to provide a pleasing enlargement of contour to the breasts, which are smaller in size. Now, when we come to associated procedures, what can be done? So, let's say that a woman who is concerned about the low volume and also the sagging of the breast. In those cases, we need to maybe incorporate another procedure like a breast lift with the implant so that we get the most pleasing result. Now, when we come to the option of breast lift with implant, of course, when an appropriate size implant is placed under the breast tissue, it leads to an automatic increase in size and also a lift along with the enlargement in the size. So in some cases we may not need any associated lift procedure, but in women where the breast is low volume and too saggy, then it is best that we also incorporate a procedure such as the breast lift, where excess skin tissue is removed from the breast and we achieve a lift of the nipple-areolar complex also along with the implant. Now, breast implant is very popular in the younger generation, also in the younger women who want to increase the size of the breast without undergoing procedures in the other part of the body. So, for example, when we do fat filling, of course, there is another part of the body that has to be operated upon to take out the fat. So, we harvest fat from your own body to put inside the breast so that the enlargement occurs. In breast implant surgery, it is only the breasts that are getting operated upon. And it is a surgery which is easily done under IV sedation with local anesthesia, or some surgeons prefer general anesthesia for it. It is hardly 2 hours or 1.5 hours procedure, and it helps to increase the breast size immediately. The risks that breast implant carry, which is of course a very common question asked, is that whether it will lead to breast cancer. Now, the most talked about cancer related to breast implants is the lymphoma type of cancer, which was detected in some patients of textured breast implants. Now, textured breast implants have been phased out. We do not use textured breast implants anymore. And with smooth implants, in their long history of usage, we've not found a single case of the lymphoma that is associated with the breast implants. Now, basically, even if you've had textured implants earlier, then you need to be in touch with your plastic surgeon or any plastic surgeon that you can find nearby. You can go for an examination. It is an easily detected large cell lymphoma, which can be cured by taking out the capsule of the breast. And in the smooth implants that we've been doing for so long, we've never found a single case of large cell lymphoma. So you must rest assured that it is a safe procedure. That is why it is carried out so widely around the world for enlargement of breast volume. The settlement occurs in about 6 months or so, so you get a very natural fall of the breast, and it doesn't feel that you had something placed inside the breast, and the look and feel is really natural. So it's a quick procedure, and it has very pleasing results. That is why it is so popular among the population of women who want their breast size to be increased. When we come to the option of augmentation of the breast via fat, then we must understand that the first requirement for this procedure is that you must have fat in the body to be used for augmentation. There are women who are very thin and who do not want to undergo implant surgery and still want an enlargement in size of the breast. This becomes a situation where implants are necessary for increasing the size of the breast if they are so desired by the woman. Now, when we consider fat grafting, why is it becoming popular? The number one reason being that it is natural. It is a fat from your own body that is being utilized in the breast to increase the size. The one significant drawback of the fat grafting procedure is that whatever fat we transfer from one part of the body to the other part, whether it is the abdomen or from the thighs, all of it will not survive. So it does undergo some resorption. So let's say about 30 to 35% of the fat that we transfer will go away. That means the body will resorb, or the body will decrease this fat and retain only about 60% of the volume that has been injected. But still, people who do not want to enlarge breasts and want a moderate increase in size can undergo fat grafting, and even a single procedure will give them good results. Also, we should not forget that it improves the contour in the other part of the body also. For example, if we are taking it from the abdomen, then the abdomen fat reduces. Automatically, the contour improves, because as the abdomen fat will decrease, then the breast automatically looks slightly bigger in size. And on top of that, when we are injecting fat in the breast, the contour improves further. So when we are talking about decrease in the size post fat grafting, now if we happen to do another procedure, a follow-up procedure for fat grafting, then that also leads to a significant increase in the size. So for 1 cup size increase, approximately we must assume that in younger women who have good skin elasticity or a tighter skin, they may need to undergo 2 procedures for a significant increase in the breast size. But the most important advantage of the fat grafting, as I already mentioned, is that there is no maintenance at all. That means that it's your own body fat which has just found a new place. It is taken out from the abdomen or the thighs and placed in the breast. And once the fat is taken up, once the fat becomes the fat of the breast, it is there to stay. Of course, for people who exercise too much, there will be a further loss of fat with loss of weight, but all of it does not go. And the most important advantage is that there is no follow-up and there is no risk of any kind of cancer with fat grafting. We use fat grafting not only in the breast but also in a lot of other parts of the body. For example, for women who want butt size increase, so we use it for enhancement of the buttock size, which is popularly known as the Brazilian butt lift. We also use fat in the face for rejuvenation of the face, for volumization. When aging happens, then the face droops. So many procedures will incorporate fat grafting with it. For example, when we are doing facelifts, we also do fat grafting along with it. So fat is a very, very versatile thing which is used in a lot of places, and a lot of women who have enough fat in the body are benefiting from this procedure for enlargement of the breasts also. So it's a very valid and a viable choice, and you must discuss with your plastic surgeon as to which is a better procedure for you. Of course, there may sometimes be disappointments with fat grafting where the fat may not survive as expected, but then you have to weigh the benefit and the risk ratio. Again, as already said, still breast implants are the most popular choice for enhancement of the breast volume, because the implants nowadays, they're very safe, they are well researched products, they are well researched implants. So if you are wanting an increase in the size of the breasts, then you must discuss your options with the plastic surgeon, whether it is breast implants that would suit you best, or fat grafting is the one that you should be going for. I hope that you will find this video useful, and do like, share and subscribe. And thank you so much for the viewership that you've given us. We are delighted with the number of subscribers that we are having each and every day, and viewing our videos and sharing them so widely. Thank you so much. And I'm also available in other platforms, for example, Quora, Facebook and Instagram. You can also reach us via those platforms or call us on the given numbers and the email ID. Thank you so much.